Well, it's raining outside. So I can't do what I typically do, sit out there with my computer and do my thing. So I just thought I would start on the video here. I just find it funny because this all reminds me of a trip that I took one time to Hawaii. I let people know that I was going, and then I started getting flooded with these emails. And texts of be safe, there's a volcano erupting, and there's this happening, and the island's on fire, and I was just like, no, it's not. I mean it is, but there's been a volcano erupting on Hawaii for, I don't know, a few million years. Later, after the trip, I found the perfect graphic, which I'm gonna talk over right now, I hope. But the whole point though was it's not what you think. Then during my travels, when I spent 152 days on the road and I'm writing all about it in my book, there was a lot of times where it was just, it's not what you think, because I was getting all these texts and all these warning messages about this place and that place, like Portland was burning to the ground, stay away. And I was like, it's not burning to the ground. It's just one small part, one street. It would be like a couple blocks and only at night. I got warnings about Florida, about how COVID was spiking and everything was fine. And so I just thought I would put together a little video because I'm really encountering the same thing in Tijuana here. Like everyone, when I moved here, especially my dad, he was flipping out. I can't believe you're going there. It's dangerous. It's not safe. And I'm like, Dad, we're from Philly. You're a 37-year veteran of the Philadelphia Police Force. How safe is Philly? I mean, seriously, I don't understand it. It's like, I know where to go and where not to go. Basically, if I don't go looking for prostitutes or drugs, I'm perfectly safe here. And I don't go looking for prostitutes or drugs. I'm very happy with my coffee and my dog. And that's really it. But everyone was freaking out. And then even when the cartels, when they got into their thing, which is a whole nother story because people don't even think that it was the cartels. They think that it was a politically motivated thing. But they put out a warning letter. They did. They were polite about it. Yes, they set cars on fire. Yes, they set stores on fire. But they were polite. They got the people out of the cars and out of the stores before they set them on fire. Then they put out a press release. They really did. They put out, the cartel or whoever it was, put out a press release saying to stay inside from, I think it was like Friday at 10 p.m. until Sunday 3 a.m. And that's what I did. I stayed inside from Friday at 10 p.m. to Sunday at 3 a.m., which is no big deal to me because I don't go out on weekends. It's madhouse out there. I don't like crowds. And then after 3 a.m. on Sunday, everything returned to normal. I mean, you got to hand it to the cartels. I mean, I wish that the mass shooters in the United States had the same kind of press release. We're going to shoot up a school on this day at such and such a time. And then people could go in and get their kids out. But Tijuana is just like living in any major city. I've lived in Philadelphia, I've lived in DC, I've lived in Miami, I've traveled to other major cities. There are places that you go, there are places that you don't go. There are certain steps that you take, especially in the touristy areas. You just have to be like more aware of your surroundings. About the only things that I've encountered here that were bad is that people see American and they automatically think rich American fooled them. And then, so they want to try to take advantage of you. A couple pesos here, a couple dollars there. Really, the only place that I got robbed here was by the police. And I was warned about that. They took me for about $300 because I ran a stop sign. If I hadn't run the stop sign, they would have never have caught me. But they set up at the stop signs in this town called Rosarito, where there's known to be a lot of Americans. They look for American plates, and then they shake them down. I've spoken since that happened with Americans and other nationals and Mexicans, and they told me what to do. When they try to shake you down, all that you say is judge, 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 judge. They want to tow my car? Tow it. Take me to the judge. And like I said, it was my own fault. I ran a stop sign, but them suckers are hard to see here. They really are. They're about half the height of what you get in the United States. It has nothing to do with alto. That means stop. The signs look the exact same, but they're just half the height. And I was very new here, but I'm gonna throw the graphic down again about that I just love, because I think it's just such a great depiction of life. It's not what you think. So anyway, I think it stopped raining now, or it passed over enough, and they were nice enough to move the sofas for me so I can go out there with my computer and get back to work on real work. And I'll put together this video, and just greetings from Tijuana. Hola, buenos dias. Yeah, I'm learning the other words in Spanish, but I really got to learn the words to teach my dog. But anyway, hope you have a good day. Hope the weather there is nice. I know that it's much nicer here. Have a good day. That's an important thing I wanted to mention about Tijuana. Even the people that shook me down, even the police, even the guy that took advantage of me for a couple cartons of smokes, he just overcharged me, but they were all nice. They were very nice about it. Here in Tijuana, I'm just meeting these incredibly wonderful, warm people, and they're generous. They're generous of spirit. They're generous in general. Like, they give me food, they give me tips, they give me directions. They're just warm. I can't get over it. They help me with my Spanish. They're just great people. Like, the employees here in the complex that I live, they really make me feel like family. And they call me family. There's even a mom, Brenda, but we can talk about that later. I don't know what happened. I was giving her coffee at first, but then I think her boss came down on her or something like that, and she got into a bad mood and hasn't gotten out of it since. But I'm working on that. But the people here are just so great. And then the people that I meet in the complex, they're wonderful people. The people that I meet outside of the complex, they're wonderful people. Even the people that shake me down, they're just so damn nice. Like the guy that was selling me the cigarettes, I don't know if I told anyone this story, or I think that I did. He helped me find a brand of cigarettes that I like, because you can't find Marlboro Ultralights here. And I went through some, and then he gave me a pack, and he was like, look, smoke one. If you don't like it, you don't have to pay for it. So I was like, okay. So I smoked one. I was like, this is it. And then he was like, look, I sell these to Americans all day long for 40 pesos a pack. I'll give it to you for 35 pesos a pack. So I was like, okay, that sounds like a deal, because it's still a lot cheaper than what I'm paying in the United States. Only later to find out, when he wasn't there one day, I went to the store and I paid a lot, I mean, not 40, 50 pesos, I'm thinking of dollars, $40 a carton. And he was going to charge me $35 a carton. Then he wasn't there one day and I had to go to the store, the OXXO. And in the OXXO, they were 56 pesos a pack, which comes out to about $27. So I just started buying them there, and I passed by him another day, and he was like, "Hey, you haven't been by." And then I told him about the OXXO, and he just laughed and said, "Okay." And we sat there and we chatted and we talked, and I still stopped by and talked to him. I let him take advantage of the other Americans, but it's not really taking advantage. Like, he has to pay rent on his spot because he's got a prime spot in front of a prime place. So of course he upcharges for everything. But in general, the people have just been absolutely wonderful, unlike anything that I've encountered any other city that I've lived in. So I did want to mention that. I know that this is a long video, but this is Tijuana. I'll get more into other things later, but I think it stopped raining, so I think I can go back out and start my day. Have a good one.